Hi everybody. So today's video is me talking about my holiday. I had the best of time. I loved both cities. So I went to Amsterdam and Prague. And Amsterdam, I had, it was such a gift. From the airplane, I looked down and I saw there was a sale Amsterdam 2010. So I saw like a whole, like the whole canal, I guess it was, full of sailing boats. And on top of that there was the Vespucci, which is an Italian, one of the biggest sailing boats there is in the Italian Navy. And so the city was full of Italian sailors. Just my luck. I mean, I work with sailors here, and I saw them everywhere. There was also Russian sailors. Anyways, I just wanted to say Amsterdam, I'd like move there in a second. I love it. So romantic. The canal areas are really romantic. I didn't know there were so many canals. It's like being in Venice, but only nicer because it looks like you're in Paris. It has a mixture of many, I think, of many cities all together. Very nice. There's also another side of Amsterdam, which is the crazy side, of course. As you know, there's coffee shops and people can smoke like just marijuana, whatever. And there's a lot of young people. A lot of them are stoned, a lot of them are drunk. What I really loved about the place is as I would go out to a coffee shop and get an aperitif with my friends and stuff, they go on a boat, and in the canals they bring their beer, they bring their chips and stuff, and they have an aperitif in the canals. And so that is like lovely. Another thing I love the most is the fashion, the style that the girls have there. First of all, they're all pretty. They're all tall, blonde. I saw many shades of blonde. Nobody ever dyes their hair. What I saw is that none of the girls dye their hair. And I saw like hundreds of different tonalities of blonde, and that's what inspired me to go back to my original color, which you can see a bit now here. It's like a very dark blonde, but like ashy dark blonde. So I think I'm gonna go natural this year. I'm gonna try and be good about it and not dye my hair, because I just was inspired by all these beautiful girls with like long natural hair. And the fashion is amazing. The shops are great. There are just so many shops. I couldn't even go into all of them. Besides the big commercial names, brand names and stuff, there's a lot of small boutiques with their own style, and I just can't get enough of them. I love them all. I went into Smack, SMAAK, and that's a nice boutique, which I was I subscribed to this girl called Love Beauty Style. I think that's her name, and she's from Amsterdam, and she recommended me to go there, and so that was like wonderful. So really the style is just very easygoing, very they remind me a bit of the French girls, very natural looking, like almost no makeup, and if they do have makeup, it's just very natural. But they have their own, like, I guess it's a Nordic style. I don't know. I really loved it, and it inspired me to be a bit more natural, and I just liked it a lot. Another thing about Amsterdam, they're crazy with the bicycles. There's bicycles everywhere, and I'm sorry to say, but they don't follow any sort of rules. They just like whoosh by all sorts of from everywhere, from all like behind, in front, and me and my friend were really scared to cross the road. Like we would go left and right, and it was just crazy. So anyways, I really enjoyed Amsterdam. A bit crazy, like I said, in the commercial area. There's like a lot of drunk people everywhere, or people that are high. What I didn't like so much was the red light district. But you know, you hear about it, and then when you go there and you see those girls behind the window, I don't know, being a woman, I really didn't like it. But of course it was full of men looking at them, and a lot of sailors and stuff, and so that was the atmosphere, and everything was in walking distance, so I really enjoyed that. We walked up to like 8-9 hours a day. With my jog shoes that I told you were amazing. And we stayed in a hotel called Row, RHO. It was in Dam Square, and Dam Square is like the nucleus, I think, of Amsterdam, because we always walked around everywhere, and then whenever and then like we didn't even realize it, and we were back in Dam Square. So that was like named by us Dam Square, because we always went back to Dam Square. Anyways, I saw the Van Gogh exhibition with all of the other Impressionists, and that I loved. We saw the Richt Museum, I think that's how you say it. Wasn't too impressed with that. We thought there were going to be more like Vermeer, like, you know, the girl with the pearl earring, that wasn't there. And then what else? We didn't go see the Diamond Factory because, I mean, we went to a lot of shops. We did a lot of shopping, really. So anyways, important. Anne Frank's house, amazing, very touching. I couldn't believe I was in her house looking at where she had her desk with all the pictures on the wall. Very touching. And I didn't even know her father had survived through everything, and like just in the 70s and 80s had I think in the 70s they interviewed him. Anyways, amazing. I can't believe in Amsterdam people live in the water with boat houses. The humidity is unbelievable. Anyways, that's Amsterdam. I would love to go back, and actually I wouldn't mind living there. Oh, and another thing that shocked me is that there are no curtains. Like Amsterdam, the houses are on like the sidewalk, and they have huge windows, and there's no curtains, and people look in people's houses, and you know, there's like the kitchen and the person reading in the living room. That was kind of weird to me. Anyways, and like I saw a naked man in the street, and it was very fun, very fun. Prague, on the other hand, is totally the opposite. It's like, to me, it was like seeing Paris, but even better, because Paris is just so like full of tourists, and so it has become a bit like used by tourists, and that's why I don't like Paris anymore. But Prague is still, well, Prague is just breathtaking, really. We went up to the castle, looked at all the view. My friend had already gone to Vienna. She said that Prague is even nicer than Vienna. So what though hit me the most about Prague is its people. There's a certain quietness and just very flatness to everything, and I think you need to give a population time to you know, recuperate from all of those years of communism. And you kind of, that's tangible in the air, in their faces. They don't smile much, they don't make jokes very much. They're kind of sometimes harsh. Like I was towards the upper part of Prague where the castle was, and I didn't cross the road in the proper place at the crossroad. But the light was red, and there's a police car right in front of me, and he like hit on the accelerator and like pretended to like hit me, and then he looked at me and said, "Hey, you have to like cross at the corner." And I said, "Yo, you know, calm down. You don't have to scare me that way." So not everybody's like that, but that was like my experience. And then we took like another boat ride with our skipper. He was really nice, but his smile was a forced smile. It wasn't, you know, they don't like to joke around much, and I feel that heaviness of all those years of like, I think, communism on them still. It's just the way they are. I mean, you know, maybe if I would have told them like, you guys are so serious, you guys are so plain, and so like, you know, like squished by all of your past, maybe they would have said like, well, you know, speak for yourself, or look at yourself, we're fine the way we are. That's just the way I felt, though. If it weren't for all the tourists, Prague would be so quiet and just very calm. But it's one of a kind. It's gorgeous. I love it. And our hotel was amazing. It's called Yasmin, and it was in the museum district. And we went to the Mucha Museum. Mucha is the famous Liberty artist, and I loved that. Cobblestones everywhere, so if you ever go, get prepared because it's tough to walk around.